Hey, just one more thing before I head home. I just watched that little segment of the video I just recorded, and what the hell is all of this going on? Like, I know I have a double chin that I'm working on, but all this neck crap, I mean, oh my God. Just yet another wonderful thing that my body has decided to do at age 65. Just another joyful thing for me to deal with. I tell ya, getting old. Getting old. Getting old. So I'm back at the gym today, and my back hurts from lifting a trash bag out of the trash bin that might be too heavy, or lifting a box as I'm starting to go through stuff to pack for the new house. I'm carrying those boxes down to the basement. I should probably just let Paco do it. But yeah, I mean, Jesus, I'm really tired of this, and I know it's going to be months more before it heals. And it's just very annoying. But isn't everything as we age annoying? It really seems like it is, just so you know. If you're under 40, you just wait. Your time is coming, pal. Jesus. Okay, off to my workout. I'll be back. What I decided was, despite the fact that each time I've come, my back has ended up hurting me, I decided that I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to do a lot of stretching. I'm going to do a lot of just body weight stuff. Then I'm going to do light ab work because that impacts the back a lot. And I'm going to do the same thing on the machines that I've been doing. Same thing with cardio. And in the sauna, what I have been doing, part of it's unconscious, but part of it is conscious, is that when I'm sitting there without my shirt and other people come in, I'm just kind of embarrassed with my belly. You know, as it shrinks, it gets very loose and flabby. So I'm pretty embarrassed about that. So one of the things I do when I'm in there is I sit and I hold my abs in. And I even do this ab exercise where you hold it in and you pulse your abs back and forth. Now, that's a great exercise for flattening your abs, and it impacts the transverse abdominis, this muscle that goes around you like a girdle, and it inserts in your back muscles together. So when you're doing that pulsing, you very much feel it in your back after 15, 25, 30 reps. Usually I would do 100. I haven't been able to do that since my injury, but I might do 15 or 20 at a time and then rest and then do it again and then rest. And this is all in the sauna. So the heat's getting into the muscle, which is really good, really important. But at the same time, I'm just impacting my back, right where it meets with my spine. So I'm going to do that again, just maybe one round of 15 pulses. And then even if I'm sore tomorrow, I'm going to try to come back, as long as it's not horrible, as long as I can drive. I'm going to come back, and tomorrow I'm going to just do stretches and a tiny bit of cardio, and then do the sauna again to relax the muscles. And I want to see if over the course of 3 or 4 consecutive days, if I can get that muscle moving enough that it's not going to really mess with my L1 vertebrae, which is the one that I fractured. And fuck, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. 7 months now since I've had this happen. Hey guys, so I just finished at the gym again. I gotta mention that my back, and that happened December 15th. And I'm still, after all this time, still rehabbing it. I still have some pain. So I started back at the gym, and the last couple days I haven't had any back pain at all. And then last night it started a little bit, and today when I went to the gym, everything was cool. I did my hour in the sauna afterwards, and now I can kind of feel my back, been stressed a little bit. The doctor that I went to see about the pain told me that it would be a full year at least before my back totally healed, if it even does heal. It doesn't need surgery, it doesn't need anything else, just some rehab exercises, which I know how to do. And so, so that was cool. Okay, so I'm headed home in a little bit. Hey, so I'm really kind of pissed at myself. I'm driving home and I'm just doing one of those things in your mind, like I wish I said this or I did that. All right, I was just at the gym, right? And I went to use the sauna after I did my workout and my cardio. I always do the sauna, for an hour or so. And the steam room is broken, which is fine for me because I don't use it. But the steam room's broken, so everybody's been going into the sauna, okay? So I'm sitting in there, a couple other guys. I'm not in a chatty mood, so I don't really talk to any of the guys. And then this other guy comes in, like when I have like 10 or 15 more minutes to go. He comes in, he sits down, he takes a full bottle of water, and he pours it over heater for the sauna. Now, mind you, there's 2 guys on the upper level and another guy on the lower level. And what happens when you do that is you get this big, huge blast of heat. And especially the guys that are on the double tiered thing on the high step end up just taking the brunt of it, right? So he pours it, and I'm thinking to myself, I should say, excuse me, it would be polite if you asked people if they minded if you poured water on it, because that's what most people do. Most people are polite enough to ask. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, okay, why am I not saying this to this guy? And he had poured like half a bottle of water on it, right? You are not, if you ever go to a sauna, right, in your gym or whatever, you are not supposed to pour all that water onto it. You are not supposed to pour water to the point where it will go down through the rocks and hit the mechanics at the bottom of it. You're only supposed to splatter the top with a little bit of water if you want, because that evaporates and it never gets down to the bottom. So he had poured like a half a bottle on there, right? So then he sits back down and he turns to the guys that are sitting up on the tier, and he's like, the steam room's out of order, so got to kind of make our own steam room. And they didn't say anything, right? They were probably pissed too. So then after like 5 minutes, he leans over, he takes his half a bottle, pours the rest of it on there, right? Every single drop onto it. Everybody gets the blast of heat again. So I'm thinking to myself, listen, just say, could you ask if you're going to do something like that, please? And by the way, I've worked at gyms. I've had to repair these heaters. Don't pour water like that onto it. But I thought to myself, well, all these guys are sitting there, and if I say something to him, then maybe he's going to be embarrassed. And so I'll catch him in the locker room before we leave, and then I'll tell him. Well, I didn't see him. So I finished showering, I got dressed, I came onto the car, I started driving home, and of course running through my mind the whole time is all the things I should have said, right? I should not have left it. I should have been aggressive enough, not to be impolite, not to call him a dick, but he's a dick, but just be polite and say, you know, could you ask people before you do that? And please don't pour that much water. It's going to break it. But I didn't. Because I'm a fucking pussy. Because I didn't want to stir the pot. I didn't want to cause a problem. I'm mad at myself. So I always have a habit of killing everything. So most of the stuff Paco's going to take care of. And there's the cart right there. So Paco's going to take care of it, and I'm just buying one fruit tree. I'm buying an orange tree, a navel orange tree. I'm going to try to grow that in a few pots, and then once we have the house in a year, I'm going to transplant it. We want to have a lot of fruit trees in the yard. So I'm getting an orange tree that I'm going to grow in a pot until we have the house, and then I'm going to transplant it in the yard. Paco's got some jalapenos, I believe, and a lilac bush, my favorite flower, always in bloom for my birthday. And Paco's going to buy this and raise it, and then again transplant it into the yard once we have the house. One of these days I want to get one of these pots of succulents, something like that one right there. But I have the fruit tree this time, so I don't want to buy too much. It's only 25 bucks though. Now these are what I want in our yard. One or two of these beautiful Japanese maples. They're low to the ground, they create a canopy that comes down. Oh, just beautiful.